A little. She steered me to your brother-in-law, Quinn.
Was he any help?
Yeah, he told me that Sarah and Bella didn't get along.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And I overheard a conversation that Bella and Stephanie were having, and I'm telling you something. That man has quite a temper when things aren't going his way.
Really? I always think of him oozing charm from every pore.
You know, when Cagney and I were talking to him about Wendy's disappearance, he denied knowing anything at all about it.
Did you believe him?
Well, Cagney seemed to think at the time that he wasn't telling us everything he knew.
What'd you think?
I thought at the time he was just being defensive because of what happened between Stephanie and Wendy. But now...
I am going to look into this Bella.
What are you reading?
Articles by Mr. Hogan McCleary.
Oh, how you like him?
As a writer? He's very good.
Didn't I tell you he's the best?
There's got to be some way I can make him work with me.
Here you go. Your breakfast will be right up.
Are you going away? Is that what this is about?
No.
Then what?
I just might not be seeing you for a while.
Why?
Why isn't it important?
You're continuing your investigation of Lloyd, aren't you? That's it. You're about to stir things up again. I'm leaving. Hogan, I've got to get out of here.
That's not it.
Why are you doing this?
I don't want to mislead you. I am continuing my investigation with Lloyd. I just want you to be careful.
Hogan, please, would you either tell me what's wrong or leave me alone? I'm married.
I know. And even though I don't believe in that marriage, I know that you will honor it.
Hi. Hi. Got here as fast as I could, yes. Hope you haven't been waiting too long. No, that's fine. Does this have something to do with Bella smearing Lloyd on the news last night? I'm a little concerned about how TR is going to handle that in school today, but no, that is not why I asked you to meet me. Then what's up? Sonny, I want to know what the problem is with Hogan.
I'm glad to hear everything's going so well for you.
Thanks.
Got anything on this guy yet?
No.
Heard anything from Mom?
I got a letter from her last week. I called you and Susie, read part of it to you on the phone, remember?
Yeah. So, it's nothing new?
No, not a thing.
Not in any kind of trouble?
Me?
Now, you'd tell me if you were, though, wouldn't you?
Sure.
Well, there's nothing new. And you're not in any kind of trouble. You mind telling me why you went out and bought a gun?
What do you mean, what the problem is with Hogan?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I thought if anybody would know. I saw Hogan yesterday, and he acted very strangely.
How do you mean?
I don't know. I could just tell that something was wrong, but when I asked him about it, he wouldn't go into it. He frightened me.
Why? What did he say? He said that we may not see each other for a while, and so I asked him if he was leaving town, and he said no. I got the feeling that we may never see each other again.
Certainly sounds mysterious, doesn't it?
I think I know what's going on.
Liza, look. Whatever it is, the important thing to remember is that Hogan is a very resourceful man. He can take care of himself.
Sonny, what is it? You won't tell me about it, or you can't? You're upset about this, too. I can see it.
Of course I'm upset. He's my best friend. In something like this, all we can do is trust him. Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
No, you have to talk with me about this, Sonny. You're the only person I can talk to who knows.
You still love him? I know. Yeah, I know.
Sonny, if anything happened to Hogan, I don't know what I would do. Just tell me, please, is his life in danger?
He is going to get through this. The only thing we can do now is believe that.
Why do you think you need a gun?
What are you talking about?
Well, you going to try and deny it?
Guess there's not much point, is there? How'd you find out about it?
Well, Hogan, in this town, every new handgun permit is processed through the department. When your name popped up on the computer, everybody I know came running over to me and asked me why another McCleary needed a firearm.
So much for privacy, huh?
Well, that's your answer? Being flip?
I don't see how it's anyone's business, Cagney, not even yours.
You know, you're the last person I ever expected to see with a gun.
Yeah? Well, it surprised me a little, too.
Why? Does this have something to do with that bomb scare that you had in here last week?
There wasn't any bomb.
You thought there was?
Did I?
Well, that's what I read in the report.
Well, what else have you dug up on me that you'd like to share?
Well, I was, wondering if this might have anything to do with the, cyanide leak story that you've been working on.
What are you, Dick Tracy, all of a sudden? And don't tell me this is part of your job.
Hogan, you're getting a little nervous, I think.
I think you've overstayed your welcome, officer.
Look, I'm not here on department business.
Look, am I public enemy #1 now? Is that it? Huh? No? Well, that's a relief.
Hogan, I'm worried about you. You know how many people I
Cagney!
killed with...
Cagney, get your butt on the other side of that door.
Hogan, what do you want with a gun?
Look, am I going hard of hearing here, or is it you? Because I could have sworn I just told you this is none of your business.
Hogan, will you listen?
No, you listen to me. Look, I'm not advocating that everyone run out and buy a handgun. I want one for my own personal, private use. Now, will you get out of here and stop playing cop to your older brother?
Okay, Rambo. You got it.
Can I come in?
What happened to the Herald when you applied for the photography job?
Hogan wouldn't even look at my portfolio.
You wouldn't? Why not?
Well, he gave me the I work alone routine, you know? The guy thinks he's Paladin.
Oh, come on. That doesn't sound like Hogan. He's a nice guy. And he's always very accessible.
No, wait a minute. That day you and I were in his office, I thought he was strange. Not like himself at all.
Then something's wrong. I know that he's hung up on finding this cyanide informant. He's got sketches out everywhere.
Oh, you mean like this one? This guy?
Yeah, that's it.
Where'd you get that? Well, it's one of 1,000. I didn't think you'd miss it. Wouldn't it be funny if I knew that guy?
Yeah, especially since everybody in town is looking for him. Do you know him?
Well, I don't know him, but...
I see what you mean, though. He does look like Mr. Average. What do you think, Aunt Jo?
Yeah.
Well, I think I see him every time I walk down the street.
The plane.
Excuse me?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Oh, your passport.
Thanks.
The no smoking section.
Right.
We'd like to welcome those passengers who've just joined us. We will be departing New York momentarily. Our next stop will be Henderson.
Can't wait to get there, huh?
Beg your pardon?
Henderson. Your first time there?
No, I just haven't been there in a while.
Well, don't worry, it hasn't changed much. Of course, I haven't been away that long.
You live there?
I used to. Just going back to make a slight withdrawal from my bank account. Yeah, I love to travel, especially when I can do it in style. Just hope the Henderson Hotel still has that great penthouse.
Yoo-hoo. Hey. Yoo-hoo. Anybody home?
We've been chattering away. You haven't heard a word we've said.
You okay?
Yeah. Actually, I have someplace I have to go.
Wait a minute. Where are you off to in such a hurry?
Well, I'm going to give Hogan McCleary another shot at giving me that job as a photographer.
Now, I say that's optimism.
Not really. I just came up with a new angle.
Why aren't you at school?
I asked Dad if I could skip my first few classes.
Going to school isn't going to be easy after that report on last night's news.
I can handle it.
I'm glad to hear you say that. But I'm still sorry that it
Don't
happened.
apologize. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
You? Why?
Daddy told me what happened. And I know that Bella's report wasn't your fault.
I'm grateful he told you. But did he also tell you to come here?
That was my idea.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
I shouldn't have assumed that you did something wrong.
Well, if it's any consolation, I think I know why you did.
Peter and the Wolf?
Yes, I told you I had it. When you told me you were doing the narration at school, I started listening to it again, trying to imagine how you're going to interpret it.
It's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Good. And have you decided what you're going to wear?
I'm sorry for the way I handled the dresses that you bought me.
Teresa, don't worry about it. In fact, all three of them are still in there if you want to try them on.
Well, that wouldn't be right after what I said.
No, we had a misunderstanding. What mother and daughter don't have them? I think the important thing is that when we have them, we should keep talking to each other, don't you think?
Yes.
Now, come and look at these. I'm going to completely understand if you don't like any of them, so if you don't, we'll just go back to the shop and you can pick one out you like better.
You don't have to do that. These are all so beautiful.
Teresa,
any one of them would be...
This is my favorite. What do you think of it? I just thought it would look so lovely with your hair and your eyes.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it on?
Could I?
Yes, of course. Go in the bedroom. I'm dying to see what it looks like.
This is a really nice thing you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me a chance.
Strawberry jam goes inside, not outside.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Trina. Oh, say good morning to your daddy. Oh, yick of sticky.
Where did you go so early this morning?
I had to talk to Hogan about something.
How was he?
Why do you ask?
Well, Aunt Jo doesn't think that Hogan's been himself lately.
Well, what Patti said, I think I'm right.
Well, I suppose something must be eating him, but whatever it is, it's none of my business.
Who is it?
Hi, sweetie.
Liza. Hi, come in. Good morning.
Honey, what's wrong? Did you two guys have a fight?
I don't know, honey. I don't know. I guess. I talked to Hogan, but he just shut me out. He told me it was none of my business.
You what? You think that you've seen him? Where? Uh-huh. No, that's great. That's great. All right, listen, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot for calling.
Has someone seen him?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Where?
At that car rental place on Orchard Boulevard. Oh, no, not you.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning, Patti.
Tell me something.
Do I have to?
Just how interested are you in this guy?
What?
We're very interested. Why, have you seen him?
If I did and I shared the information, will you give me a fair shot at the photographer's job?
If you'll excuse me, I have a serious lead to follow.
This is a serious lead.
Then why are we sitting here arguing?
If I found the guy, would you give me a shot at the job?
I'll tell you what. If you find the guy that I'm looking for, I'll not only give you a shot at the job, I will give you the job, my salary for a year, and hey, boy, howdy, I'm such a nice guy, I'll give you a trip to Paris.
I'll settle for the job, thank you very much.
Will you deal with her?
I'm sorry, he's in a pretty weird mood today. Listen, Patti, do you really know where this man might be?
I might have an idea. Maybe I'll be in touch.
He has gotten so big.
He sure has.
You know, it's just about time for you to start playing with Turner.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Me
adorable.
play my
Thank
toy.
you. Come on, sweetie. Here, go to your mom. Yes, there you go. Okay.
Put him in bed.
Here we go. Yeah. Joe, I just wanted to come by and see how things were after what happened last week. I saw the bars outside the windows. Is everything all right?
Oh, sure, we're fine. But Liza, do me a favor. Don't say anything to Stu. I don't want him to worry.
I won't.
What's Stu doing? Next time you talk to him, tell him we really miss him.
And how? I will. You know how Stu is. He's out lounging by the pool, soaking up that Florida sun.
That lucky guy.
Yeah.
Well, we're headed upstairs, Liza. Why don't you come up and talk to us?
In a second, Susie.
Okay.
Cagney, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
I'll give Susan a hand.
All right. When I came in, I heard you saying something about a problem with Hogan. I hope everything's all right.
I think there's a problem. He doesn't.
Well, could you tell me why you're concerned? I have been.
It just doesn't make any sense. It's not like him, you know.
What's he doing?
Well, actually, I've probably said more than I should. Hogan asked me to stay out of it, and I should respect his privacy.
I understand.
I'm sorry. So how are you doing?
Great. Everything's just great.
Do you have any luck?
People at the car rental place said they'd never seen anybody that even looks like the guy in the sketch.
It's too bad. They sounded awfully sure on the phone, didn't they?
And where's Miss Marple? Fall into a mousetrap?
Oh, just don't start it on me next, okay?
Never. You talked to her after I left?
Oh, briefly.
And what do you think? Think she knows anything about this guy?
Well, my guess is if Patti knows anything specific, she isn't going to part with it very easily.
She's bluffing.
What?
She didn't know zip.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. When she left, she had a look on her face that might wind up costing you a trip to Paris.
Excuse me. Could you tell me how many penthouse apartments there are in this hotel?
I'm afraid the tower suite is unavailable.
Then there's only one.
Yes, and it's permanently occupied. I wish we had more. Are you checking in?
Oh, no, not at this time. Thank you a lot.
Thank you for these dresses.
You're very welcome, darling. You look beautiful in it.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. I'm glad you came.
If I can get an extra ticket, would you like to come?
I'd love to.
All right, I'll try then, and I'll call you.
All right. Try hard.